Hi everyone, I have thrown a spark of light through this video on Shirley Lim's poem named Words for Father. It will definitely help you to have an outlook over this poem. Teaching a poem or giving an idea to the poem, it doesn't mean the poem is having only one idea, because no one could say that this poem has meant only this concept. If a poem had been read by 60 people, there will be 60 kinds of concepts for that poem, because it differs according to the mind and mindset of the readers. So never ever think a poem has a single concept. As to my level of knowledge, I have analyzed and I have given these ideas to the poem. Let us go into this. This poem was written by Shirley Lim, and she was born in Malaysia, and she had brought up in America, and she is an American writer, and she won Commonwealth Poetry Prize in 1980 for her collection of poems. She wrote poem at the age of 10, and she had published it in her school, and when she was 11 she understood that her ambition is nothing than to be a poet. So she started writing at the age of 11 itself, and she made her ambition to be success in the age of 11 itself, because at that age she had published a poem. And in this poem we come across a narrator and a person who hides in the poem. The person who hides in the poem is nothing but the father, not only the father of Shirley Lim, but also the father of the person or the people whoever reads the poem. If an aged man is reading this poem, which means he will get his childhood memories and his teenage memories. If a child or a teenager person is reading this poem, which means he or she will be learning how the father will be. Like that, she had connotated this poem. Here, Shirley Lim explained how how her father had suffered a lot, and how she will take care of him in future, and what is his current position. So all these things she had discussed with us, and almost it will be help to take care of everyone's father after reading the poem. She started the poem like this: you have become ill, and you are broke now. That is, your body has broken. That is, he broke off the tiredness through the work he carried out all these years. That is, he had carried these things for nearly decades, which means in in multiples of tens. 10 year is equal to a decade. So for many decades it means nearly for 20 or 30 years. And she is saying that it is time to take rest for your restless muscles. You have been working for rest many years and your muscles become much weak, so it is time to give some kind of rest to the muscles, and it is time to shut the responsible eyes. You have been always watching us for our goodness, and you have been always searching what we need, so your eyes never shut those days. So now it's time to shut your eyes, that is, close your eyes of responsibilities. You take rest and I will take care of everything hereafter. Like this, she had started the poem. She accuses fate for not showing enough of kind to his father, though he is much kind to his fellows and other people of his nearby, fate never shown any kind of kindness to him. We haven't seen how you work, but the nature, that is the sun and the shade of evening, have seen your work and how much you have sweat. All these things have seen, but the sun and the evenings have drained your life through the duties of responsibilities and the duties of work you had so far. So you have become much weak. So you take rest, I will take care. Like that, she has been narrating the poem, and she said, you have come home to take rest, but you cannot take rest because you have always behind the duties and the work which you had on you, and you will be feeling more sleepy, but you will never sleep because the work which you had never made you to sleep. But now I will take care of everything. You just go and sleep, you just go and take rest, you just free yourself from all kinds of duties. Like this, Shirley Lim is saying to his own father, and he says to his readers also that take care of your father in his old age, like this, because he had taken you much care when you were very young. Like that, she continues to the poem. You are married late, and we have born to an old father. This made my experience somewhat different from other children, because other children have been very much happy with their parents and they have been thinking about their age ideas. But I was not like that, because you were working very hard and I had followed your ways and I had followed your roots. I have come from your root, that is root in the sense tree of a root gets water from all the areas where the water flows. Like that, you have been getting work from all the areas and getting the ways of happiness for us where it flows. So like this, I too have changed like you, and I too started thinking like you. It made my roots dry in old age itself, sorry, in young age itself, so that the home was not enough of kindness to me. That is, the home doesn't show any kind of kindness to me. When the other children are playing in our home, I haven't go with them for play. I was thinking, where is my father? What he is doing now? Whether he will be worrying about the next day or whether he will be worrying about any other worries in his life. Like that, I will be thinking. So the home was not like a home to me. And no one knows that I was thinking like this. And I have left alone and no one have taken care of me. But now I am here for you. I will take care of you. Though I have told there is no one to take care of me in my home, you were there to care for. But I have think like a foolish child in that age, and that seems to be a very sin, very a big sin. And I was a rootless runner at that age. So she feels pity and she feels sad for the uh, memory she had. Your elder daughter was married and she doesn't know the worries of male. She was taken care of her husband and she was leading a life. Your children, that is your next children, were young and they don't know how you are worrying. So I am the one who had known your ebb and flows of life. So you don't worry, I will take care of you. Like that, he is giving some kind of nourished speech at the old age of his father. And she is consoling him by saying, the good God will give you the breath you had in your young age, and that breath will give you a strong energy to lead a good life in these days. And these days will eradicate your rude elements from your life. that is the days of goodness. And she says that your sickness is the only traitor for you and you will definitely overcome it, like that she says to his father, and she consoles him very strongly. And she says, God will definitely provide all these things to you, but father, you have to take rest now, and you have to close your eyes on the world, and you have to feel the luxury all days which you was longing from your childhood, and all these things will demolish your sickness, and you will definitely feel some kind of energy, good energy in near future. And you just leave the worries to the young ones, that is young ones, which means to me and to the children you had, because the world is too difficult now and it is going much fast and it is a compete world. You cannot compete with the blood of young. You are old, you have become old, so we will tackle you and we will give you some kind of new things in your life. So just leave everything in our hands and you just take rest, like this Shirley Lem is saying to his father. And she was consoling him very boldly that close your red eyes. If we didn't sleep, which means we will have the reddish eye after 2 or 3 days. So that's what happened to him. The red eyes shown is showing that he is restless and he is behind all the duties. So she was asking to take rest, and when you wake up again everything will be fine and you will feel a normal life in yourself. This is what she had advised or consoled her father, and through this she had told certain ideas to the readers, and you must take care of your father is the only thing she conveys through the poem. Let us take care of our fathers. Thank you.